I've woken to some tragic news. Turns out Nanny's hit the hay overnight. I was laughing. He was like, you laugh like Bob. Gets a hamburger or a cheeseburger or something, pegs it at me. And once we started reversing, I hear like this, and he's like, I start screaming. You just fucking run over my foot. Oh man, the heart dropped. Very stressful moment in my primary school years. This is all getting cut, so I don't care.
Hello and welcome to the Cult Status Podcast, episode 14. Huge guest today, Leo Raffici.
Hello, boys.
Welcome, mate. Good to have you on.
Thank you for having me.
Obviously brought to you by Origin Apparel. Thanks again to them.
Yeah, looking good with our shirts on. You should cop one, mate.
Yeah, mate. Get me in on it.
Yeah, like we said before, you're a huge guest. You are the self-proclaimed Prince of North Freo. In fact, self-proclaimed. I've heard.
Yeah.
Also the poster boy of the college.
I am.
So
yes.
I remember from year 6, you were up on just about every poster in the school and finished off in the right fashion on the front of the yearbook in year 12.
That's it, man. Start strong, finish strong.
Yeah. Glad to have you on today.
Thanks for having me, boys.
Good, mate. So just before we get fully into it, a nickname Leox. Could you explain the origins of that?
Leox. That actually came in from Oscar Hitchcock.
Yep.
He was ADHDing out one day at my mate Miggsy's house, Harry Miguel's house, and he was saying, you need a nickname. And he knew some fat Asian guy apparently from Willerton that repped the name Leox. And apparently I fit the quota for that, so
So
passed over to me. Yeah.
Here we are, Leox.
That's how it started.
Similar likenesses.
And it works as well because like LE apostrophe UX, it makes like Leo as well, apparently. I think.
Oh no,
Yeah.
a bit of French in that.
Yeah. Multicultural.
Now, mate, we always like to talk about our footy on this podcast.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you have played footy with us.
I have,
down at Winnicott.
Big first game.
Yeah, so usually there's 2 momentous occasions in your footy career. It's your debut and it's your farewell game.
Yeah.
And look, we know you're a selfless guy and you sort of said...
Yeah, I want to put it both in one.
Yeah, we'll do both in one. So talk us through that.
First day was in Secret Harbour, I think it was.
Yeah.
So trekked down there with the boys, I think Archie and Doig. Yeah, both here, the boys.
Yeah, shout out to them.
Shout out. And went down there, got some strapping from my shoulder, which came into play from a random night at Newport, I think it was. At this stage of my life, I was appreciating handstands. I think I did one too many of them one night out and busted the shoulder, strapped it up and was written off for the rest of the season. So they're a one and done, and that's me.
We've all been there.
Yep, been there, done that.
No.
So now I can tick that off the bucket list.
Oh, mate, if you ever do get the itch, you are still on the board.
Yeah.
So you can just get slid back into that back pocket.
I'm ready.
We'll get you back.
Once it's ready.
But yeah, any intention to come back maybe next year or?
I'm not a hard no, not a hard yes. I'll just play it by ear, go with the flow.
See where things take you.
Yeah, exactly. I'll see how, if you boys win this year, then maybe I'll come back. But if not, don't worry about it.
And if we do win this year, I'll back you at the after party.
Oh,
Yeah,
of course,
sure.
mate.
Still coming to Man's Monday, I hope.
Yeah.
Got a few true or false questions for you.
Hit me.
Is it true in primary school you slapped someone with a shoe in handball and then ran off crying?
Yes, it is true. I was beefed with the man-child of year 6, Gabriel Cabrera. Yeah, he was like 6 foot, had armpit hair, pubes, the lot, as a fetus. So one day we were playing handball, and that's where all the beef is.
Yep.
In primary school.
Oh, it's hectic. It's intense.
And I think it was me, Josh, and Francisco on one side, and everyone else on the other side of the allegiance. and I got out, or I was getting targeted or something. And I think he pushed me over. My shoe fell off. I picked up my shoe and smacked him over there. And then it was all too much for me, so I had to go get some air, went to the bathroom and whatnot, and cool myself off.
Let off a bit of steam.
Yeah. That was it.
Wow. No, I know handball did get pretty intense back in the day, and my primary school as well.
Very heated, very
And
heated.
Yeah.
real bragging rights type stuff.
Oh, of course, the coolest guys are king.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Next, true or false for you.
Yes.
Uno, do you cheat or not?
I do. I'm a bit of a cheater, you know. I just like I like hitting people with +2s. And I like hitting with a consecutive +2. So if that means I gotta help out the boys on the other side, and gotta do what you gotta do. But whoever's on my left, you get hit with a +4 at least.
Oh yeah, I would hate that.
Yeah.
So yeah, just consistently just whacking them down, just stitching everyone else up.
Yeah, smoothly though. On the down low. That's it.
Got a few cards just under the table, just
Yeah, if Archie's
If you
on
know.
the opposite side of me under the table, feed me.
Is it true you cheat at 44 home?
I'm not gonna say I haven't, but
Unsure how you cheat at that.
yeah,
Oh,
bit of a
this
weird
way.
one.
like two heads up, thumbs down, you get like that. Like this. Fun for everything. You just gotta be in it.
Eyes open, or when you're counting type stuff.
Yeah, count quick. Keep an eye open.
Count to about 25,
Yeah.
not 44.
Something like that. Keep them on their toes.
Now, mate, true or false? You have taken work off and like pulled a sickie for a reason that wasn't entirely true.
Yeah, that's true. This is only, I think, 2-3 weeks ago.
Oh, really?
A good, obviously, Fletcher Kirsten, a good mate of mine, had his 20th on, and I had a Saturday night shift which closes at 11:30 or some shit. Yeah. So I was like, it gets to Friday, and I was thinking, trying to prepare myself for losing a weekend, and I just couldn't get to it. So Friday night comes, and I was like, I'm not missing Fletcher's, like, it's off the cards now. Wake up Saturday morning and hit my manager with a text. I've woken to some tragic news. Turns out Nanny's hit the hay overnight. I want to spend some time with the family, you know. I'm mourning. So I hit her with that. She tries to call me. I just hit her with a blank, you know. It's a tough time.
Yeah,
I don't want to talk.
You think I'm
Someone's
gonna-
dead. Look at him. But yeah, I mean, that got out somehow. I don't know. I didn't tell anyone from work, but I got called out at work. Apparently, she was like, "Yeah, just don't put anything on social media." I was like, "Don't worry about it." What happened again?
Oh, wow.
Oh,
One of the more elusive lies I've had.
Yeah, we've got to do what you got to do.
I was about to say, yeah.
good you had to do that one over the phone. Bit tough to do that in person.
That was alright actually, but yeah. What can you do?
Alright, true or false, have you ever peanutted a teacher?
I have actually, yes.
For those who don't know, peanutting, how would you describe that? Just pulling on a tie and
when
hardening the
you pull
knot.
the big end of the tie down so it just all tightens up hell
Yeah.
hard.
Tighten up around the neck and
Yeah, back in
can't
year
breathe
8.
just about.
Back in year 8, that was the craze of stitching people up.
Yeah.
And one of the teachers been in wars and just, I don't know, skits. And used to loop in class. Came up to me and was like, try peanut me, like my tie's peanut proof, like you can't do it. And I was just like, bullshit, like shoot, you can't do it. Like it sounded so like genuine, so I tested him and then all of a sudden up and it just snapped like right like it really cracked it at me, but I explained to him that I thought he was only serious and all made sense to him in the end, so
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, see, I thought you'd actually just gone up to him and just done it out of nowhere.
No, he came on to me.
Yeah, so he wanted it. You know what? Fair play. If he asked for the
You gotta
peanut,
take it when it
Yeah.
comes.
take the offer.
So end of the true or false is we're going to talk about a certain time in our lives that was very special. Levers last year
Yeah.
was very, very memorable, but also very unmemorable at the same time.
Yeah, for sure.
The first night though, or second morning,
Yeah.
it was more like we were all lying up in bed talking about what a great night, and then I think you said, I'll yak. Someone just get me a bucket and I'll yak. And it was, 3 a.m, dead quiet, and then someone's throwing you up a bucket, and
Okay.
how long were you going at this bucket for trying to yak?
Well, this is just how the dynamics of the night panned out. Everyone was laughing upstairs and having a good time. And I was tucked in, all tucked in like this in our things.
Yeah.
Going side to side, just talking shit for like hours on end. And it was good fun. And then Doigie throws up the bucket. And there's a video of it. Lincoln's got a video of me just making a sport out of it. Which is what he called it. But yeah, trying to get a yak out and getting a little bit. But it was more the sounds and...
Yeah, I've heard you just had your fingers sort of down the throat. You're laughing.
man.
Completely down.
You can't do anything.
Couldn't believe you just couldn't yak.
I couldn't yak, man. But I don't know, it was funny. It was a good video.
Another thing that happened that night, I think we're all lying down in bed, and then all of a sudden this huge stench just wafted through the house, and we're going, what is that? And then Shazzy, episode 1 guest, has gone, boys, I just took my shoes off.
Yeah.
Took my shoes off, and it, oh boy.
A bad case of sweaty foot syndrome, and he was legit throwing it out for all the boys to appreciate. It was bad.
Oh.
Jeez.
Just one of the things that Shazzy stinks from, though.
You could have said anybody part of it.
Classic.
Another thing at Levers, on the second last night, I think it was, you were handing out eyebrow slits to everyone.
Yeah.
How many people would you say gave it out to? Over 15, I reckon,
I'd
easily.
say at least 15.
So just sort of walking around the resort with a razor, just bang bang.
I think
someone had
Rosie, Rosie Thomas, Gem, gave me an eyebrow slit, and it started off not that fat, and she redid it, and then I had to redo it to her. So then I did hers, and then who was next? Oh, I think I did Owen when he was asleep.
Yeah.
I got a video of that. Yeah, that
Oh.
was good fun, that one. And then I think everyone else just followed after that. We just handed them out like 2 packs.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, that was fun.
And probably the most memorable thing, Levers, from mine in relation to you was, okay, so our house had me, you, Lincoln, Reese, Levi, Christian, and I was like, all right, well, this is going to be a big cleanup. Hopefully our checkout time isn't going to be too late. And we got given a 9 a.m. checkout time on the last day. So the whole trip, I'm thinking, the house is getting stickier and stickier on the floor, and there's suitcases that are upstairs, downstairs, Doritos everywhere, and I'm just thinking, it's really, I don't know if we're going to do it. The morning's going to be too far.
Way too far.
So the last night I set an alarm for about 6 a.m. because I just got to get there and just really start early. Get there, and I realised that it was just me and Reese in the house. Reese was the only one who slept there.
Yeah.
And I go, well, I thought the problem was cleaning up, but I don't know if I'm going to find everyone to get here. And then, so everyone kind of comes in slowly, and then at about 7:45, I'd say, you walk in. And I go, Leo, you looked reasonably fine. And then you opened your mouth, and I went, oh, shit, he really just has not stopped yet. And so I thought, what job can I allocate him to really, that he won't do more damage? So I go, just go upstairs and just clean, your clothes or whatever. And then there was a tomato sauce stain on the ceiling, and I look up and I just see you launch the mop up there, creating an even bigger stain. And Just hoping
It's
they
the
didn't
heart
find
that
it.
counts, man.
Right, absolutely.
Effort was there.
Yeah, I was seeing two, so I was just saw that. Someone's got to do it. So
And we-
chuck them up.
We got it clean in the end somehow.
Yeah. What was the story with Showsy? It was complaining or something.
Yeah, so even though you were in this state, Showsy ran in and he just goes, "Where's my shorts?" And no one answers him because we're like, we got shit to do. And like looping, like he's coming way too angry. And then he runs upstairs and he's like, "Is anyone gonna fucking answer me with my shorts?" And then
the house looks like a bomb's gone off in it. Like,
and I go, "Mate, I don't know where my suitcase is, let alone your shorts. I don't
I'll
care."
find my marbles before I find your shorts.
And do you remember what you said to him?
I think I just told him to shut up.
Yeah, to shut up and get the fuck out. In no uncertain terms, I think it was. And he should really bring it down a few levels, I think. It's too early.
Too early.
Yeah.
Too early. We're not made for this.
More important things on the cards.
Exactly.
I'm interested. Did you ever find his shorts or?
Who cares?
Yeah, probably on the roof. Swinging them around.
Which sauce stains on him apparently. You've wiped down with
Yeah. What was that one?
Yeah, you might have wiped
Oh,
down.
yeah.
Oh,
Unbelievable. Now, mate, Levers obviously was a great time. But we'll move into your few viewer questions that we got sent in.
Yeah, go.
So the first one, I know I'm not sure if you still do, but you used to be a pretty keen skateboarder.
Yeah.
So
Love it.
are you
Down
still, just quickly?
Not anymore.
Oh, yeah.
It was a good time just to get from A to B.
Yeah.
And kick back with the boys from year 7 to 9.
Yeah.
yeah. So Melville, there's a 7-2 stairs that you tried to ollie.
Yeah, we
for
were
it.
going to we were going to HJ's coming back, and for some reason all the boys were just prodigies at skating. Must have started like 4 years old or something. So they're just like doing sets, everything off the bat, no worries. And I couldn't ollie yet, and they were telling me about this axle drop thing. Yeah. Where you just go off and like you kick up your back a bit and you just drop off and like should be no worries, you keep going and you look like a cool guy.
Yeah.
And I was like, this sounds up my alley.
Yeah, I can do
I don't
this.
like getting any hype, but I like going up shit. Then I was like, okay, like we'll do this, and it's in this car park with like gravel mismatched everywhere, like strange sizes. And I'm carving up to it. I forget about how important the roll up, the kickback was, so I just basically rolled straight off it, and tumbled and rolled and carved up my leg. I think I started crying, and Bob was there, and he was laughing, and I was like, "Fuck you, Bob," something like that. But yeah, I think that's all with the old axle drop.
That was the end of the skating career after
Yeah,
that.
another story with Bob. Oh, Flinners would know this. We were in HJ's one day, and we were laughing at him for some reason. And this is when he was like basically fresh to Australia, must have been. He was like, I was laughing. He was like, "You laugh like dog. You laugh like dog." Gets a hamburger or a cheeseburger or something, pecks it at me. We got mayo, mustard or whatever, and pickle on me and shit. And then he's like, feels bad that he's caused a mess in HJ's and cleans it all up, and then like leaves and has a huss with the manager. And I'm like, yeah, it's funny.
Wow.
Two more stories. There you go. Menace.
Wow. More worried about cleaning up HJs than you, by the sounds.
Yeah, I was laughing still.
Unbelievable.
Who is Andrew Peterson?
Andrew Peterson is the follow-up alias from the original Peter Andrews, which was just the name that I came up with when I was pissed to say to people who asked for my name or who I introduced myself as that I didn't want to be Leo Raffici to.
Peter Andrews.
So whoever Peter Andrews is, I think he's a real person. He's got probably 15 fucking charges. Couple all those things going on. Fucking restraining orders.
So
Yeah,
I only found on a Saturday night in Freo.
Yeah. on big ones, yeah. Andrew Peterson followed up after that, after Pete Andrews started getting too much heat.
Yeah.
The limelight was
Yeah,
in,
bang,
so we had to-
Any ideas on the next name?
I'm not sure. I think Andrew's chilled out because I have, so it's all good.
Elite news.
Next question. What did you find in your cubby house that actually caused the police to get involved?
What the fuck? Yeah, nothing too special. It was just a DVD player.
Oh.
Yeah. Who told you this? My brother?
No, we have been
Yeah.
told by someone with initials JB that you found a gun in your cubby house. Friend, someone was wanted or something, left it in your cubby, and you turned it in and got a police hat.
What the? It's straight corn. Like, I would claim that.
I know that story too.
I found a gun in my cubby house. It's got a police hat.
A robber or something.
Come in.
I was just saying. Clarify.
Owen, welcome.
No, just to clarify that story. No, apparently so there was a robbery that somebody had broken in like to a house near yours, and they had stolen this stuff, and they left it like into your cubby house, and then you've gone and you've seen
DVD player.
Yeah. So
it's
yeah.
a DVD player.
So you know the story.
No gun. Yeah,
No gun. Nobody said gun. You brought that up.
I've heard gun.
He said gun.
I got told gun.
Yeah, well, it was a DVD player and it was a boss fine because I used to crank movies on it all the time. It was a little one, used to put it up. And
So you
big
didn't-
drives weren't so big anymore.
You didn't get a reward from the coppers.
I kept it.
Yeah,
There's your reward.
that's a reward, yeah.
So, no cops, no gun.
No cops, no guns, no hat.
Disappointing.
But movie player.
Take that.
So I'm good for a 6-year-old.
You're 6, wow.
Something like that.
Bloody hell.
Cubby.
Now, mate, this one actually is from your brother. So, what happened in the Rome airport toilets?
Oh, right. Rome airport toilets. This was
I'm
back
assuming
in...
nothing good.
Yeah.
Nothing too good. I'll say this is what we're cutting out.
Yeah, okay.
I'm telling the boys.
Okay. Alright, so this happened when you went to the beach, I think last year.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Leighton.
Yeah.
With a couple girls, and you were reversing out of the car park.
Yeah, I know this one.
Yeah.
I was with Abby and Liz, and we were leaving the car park, and there was this old chick to the left, like getting in or out of her car, and like, we just like nodded at them, so like we acknowledged they were there. And once we started reversing, I hear like this, and then like I start screaming, and she was like, "You just fucking run over my foot!" And I was like, oh, "Fuck! What do you do to that?" Like, I start laughing, and then like everyone's laughing in the car, and then she didn't rate that we were laughing that much,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Probably
it was all good.
Look, if you could, you would undo it, but you can't, so have a laugh.
Good story.
Yeah.
As we go.
Shame she didn't see the funny side of it.
Yeah, I know, man. I did, so that's all that matters.
I don't blame her for not seeing the funny side. That's pretty rough.
Or something. That's
Yeah.
better.
Maybe she should watch out for the car.
Maybe.
No, that's reversing. So.
Exactly. Don't come next to me.
Another question. Regularly on a night out, on your Snapchat stories, we do see your finger up many people's noses. It could be Andrew Peterson's finger,
Yeah.
but
And many people's subsequent fingers up
up your nose. So
yeah.
explain
Well,
that
I just sort of think if you're cool enough for a finger up the nose, then you know it's a slippery slope to having a good time. You know what I mean? So it's just putting in groundwork. You know?
So like I want to be friends.
Yeah, or more. You know what I mean? That's it.
Nose pick.
Nose pick. No double dip or anything like that. Just a pick. yeah, just for the photo.
Alright, last viewer question. So, a little birdie told me that when you're watching TV with the family, it gets a little awkward when Futurama comes on.
Oh, fuck. yeah. Couple on the chin. I was like year 4 or 5, something like that. And this was back when we had hell shit internet, so I was an early bloomer and was interested in sex early. So for my older brothers, chopping down all the fucking brigades or whatever it's But yeah, I had Futurama porn buffering on my iPad while I was in the shower just to get some good seconds up of viewage.
Yep.
And I come out of the shower, ready. Open up, no iPad.
Oh
And
no!
I'm spewing. I'm like, fuck. This is code red. Right?
Yeah,
This
this is
code
what we
red.
prepared for.
This is not good. So, 5, 10, 15 minutes goes by, and I get a knock at the door, and I'm like, yeah, okay, sort of expecting something of these sorts. And my dad comes in, and he's like, yeah, listen, mate. He's like, a little birdie told me. Like, I can't remember the words he said, but he knew that his child was watching cartoons, fucking to the birds and bees. Yeah, but
Oh, mate.
I think it was a downhill slope in the eyes of my parents after that.
It's tough to recover from.
Yeah, it was.
Probably not the wisest thing.
I don't know,
leaving it buffering away.
It was a long time where I saw Futurama and was like, this is cool for anyone to be involved in this. Because, fuck that. Yeah,
Wow.
that's it.
So next time, just let it buffer next to you, not not in another room.
Yeah.
The feeling when they didn't see the iPad.
Oh
there.
man, heart drops, neck blood, blood going to the head, all sorts.
How can I end my life quick enough?
Yeah,
here?
very, very stressful moment in my primary school years.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's a story for you.
Pretty intense.
Now, mate, how we like to finish all our episodes is asking you for an example of a cult hero. So, description, example.
Yeah.
Whatever you like.
My perception of a cult hero is someone that gets called buffalo multiple times and consecutively commits to it and finishes it.
That is a good one.
Big shout out.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
That is a cult hero.
And a good example of that happened on this podcast.
Yeah,
Julian.
Yeah.
Man.
Shout out to Jules. So, yeah.
That's it.
Awesome. Thank you very much for watching episode 14 with Leo Raffici.
Thanks a lot.
Easy.
Cheers, boys.